Hi everybody, my name is Sandy Frey and my husband and I are stationed in Germany. Actually, we live there and then we work in Switzerland, and we're with a church called Bucek International Church. And right now we are, of course, on vacation. I'm in the US and I am right now doing swimming lessons in Arizona. Hence the reason I look like a Malibu Barbie. So sorry for that, but it is what it is. I'm a swimming instructor, and I'm just going to start the message from right here where I'm at. I want to use that as an example for our teaching today. And I've been teaching for over 40 years, swimming lessons. I've taught thousands of people and kids and babies to swim. So it's been something I've been doing for a very long time. And I just want to tell you, it's something that's very close to my heart, and I love doing it. And I believe that anybody can learn to swim. I learned to swim when I was 16. It's never too late. Always loved the swimming pool, but I didn't have anyone to teach me. So, but I want to tell you what I do with the kids that I teach. And the reason I'm telling you this, you'll understand at the end of it, okay? When I teach the kids, everybody does the same thing. Whether they're adults or they're children, I always start off with the basics. And I start off with, just starting with their kick. I teach them how to kick. And then I teach them how to hold their breath. Because not everybody knows, it doesn't come naturally to hold your breath in the water, okay? Some of you may think the way you hold your breath is like this. Well, it's not. Okay, you hold your breath, you should feel the inside of your body. I tell the kids to fill up the crocodile body, okay? Let's pretend we're a crocodile and we're gonna put air in our bodies. And then I have them hold their breath. I say, now I want you to smile like a crocodile. And what it does is it closes off their ears, it closes off their nose and their mouth, so nothing comes in. And even for the adults, you close the door here. Put the air in, close the door here. So it's very basic. And you think, oh, everybody knows how to hold their breath. Well, they don't. Okay, this is one way that they can hold their breath and nothing's going to come in. Because you'll notice if you hold your breath at the front, it doesn't work for the ears. Okay, just so you know, it doesn't work. So to make an adult feel better, I help them to learn how to do this. Well, these are very basic steps, and I do it every time we swim. I have them hold their breath. We go on to the next step. I teach them how to float. I teach them how to back float. And I do it with special just word pictures. Now, why I'm telling you this is because it doesn't matter how advanced my students get. Every class, I don't care, from the littlest to the best swimmers that I have, we always start our classes the same. We go through the basics, because with swimming, you're always building on those basics. You have to have the basics right to have a good stroke. So that's what I do. And we build on it, we build on it, we build on it. And I remind them every time we go back and we kick, I remind them when we hold our breath, I'm reminding them. And the Bible, how many times does it say over and over again, especially in the New Testament, remember, remember, remember. Even the Lord's Supper, remember this, right? Well, I think that Jesus was trying to get a point across that we forget. We do. We forget. So we need to remember the basics. So I want to just talk about some of the basics of Christianity and our Christian faith. And that is just doing some of the things right. Now, I'm talking about not big things that, you're not going to go rob a bank, right? But I'm talking about the basics as Christians that we can do right. So let's talk about some basics. I think one of the basics that we can do right is not lying, okay? It's so easy to just tell a lie, just to cover for ourselves, because we're just like, we're running late. So we just say, well, there was such bad traffic, right? Lie. Why lie? Why not just tell the truth? I didn't plan right. I should have planned earlier. Please forgive me for being late. Take responsibility for what you've done instead of lying, okay? Just why not? It's a basic of Christian faith. Truth, honesty, don't lie. Okay? And I like the part where, the old saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Okay? There's times where, somebody will ask you what they think. You can redirect the question if you don't want to answer the question, or maybe you can find something positive to say about the person that is asking a question, and you didn't want to lie to them, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but at the same time, you want to tell the truth. Okay? I'd rather somebody tell me the truth than lie to me. Okay, next on moving. I never forget Joyce Meyer. I'm sure most of you have heard this teaching from her, but every time I go to a grocery store, I'm thinking about it, because shopping carts. I mean, how hard is it for you to take an extra 1 minute to go put the cart away from the next person instead of leaving it to bang up somebody else's property? I think it's just the kindness. It's an act of kindness for the next person. And I think that's important. I think we need to be kind to others. It's a basic foundational principle. Put things away where they go. Put the shopping cart away. Take 2 seconds to walk across. And it's hard to do that in Arizona because it's so darn hot. But guess what? I go do it because it's the right thing to do. Okay? Maybe there's something going on in your family and somebody's sharing things with you. What's the right thing to do? Don't share it unless that person especially if that person has asked you not to share it. We're there to hear other people's issues, especially as pastors, that we don't need to be taking their dirty laundry and putting it out for everybody else. Or maybe it's just a hurt that they have. They've been vulnerable with you and they trusted you, so be trustworthy. And I love it when, if you read in Proverbs, it talks a lot about trust and how the faithfulness of God. And we are supposed to be trustworthy. We are supposed to be faithful like God. This is what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be Christ-like. I mean, you could trust Jesus with anything. So how about that? Can people trust you with anything and with everything? Now, I know I'm talking about basic stuff here, but you guys, let's just start maybe making a list of some of those basics that we need to change in our life. What are some other basics? Maybe you guys want to list some basic things in your life that you're looking at thinking, oh my goodness, I need to change this in my life. How about prayer? How many times you tell people you're praying all week and you're not? How many times you tell people, I'm going to pray for you, and you don't? You know what I've done from now, anytime I say that, I immediately pray. I don't wait. I pray straight away so that I can tell that person, I'm praying for you. I prayed for you. I'm believing God with you. Don't wait, because you will forget. And the devil will make sure you do. Okay? So please take the time to just pray. And don't put one of those little praying hands on. That is not prayer. Prayer is really going before God, taking that issue before God and praying. I think it's so important that we just be people of our word, right? Okay, next thing is, I think it's really important that we take the time also to learn the word, to actually meditate on the word. I don't know, things just get so busy in the summer. Things are happening. I mean, you got your family all around you. You got things happening all the time. But you know what? I think it's a perfect opportunity not to just read a book or listen to music, but I think a good opportunity to listen to the word. Maybe you don't get your reading time in, or you don't get your quiet time. You know what? It's a good time to get some headphones and listen to a podcast. Why not? Okay, that's a good way to get some word in there. And then whenever they use the word, I like taking some of those words that I hear and meditating on it. And so, like, just for instance, I just heard just a little bit of a message just today. Okay, because I had to run out this morning really early, and I was on my way somewhere, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to listen to this. while I use the restroom, okay? And I listened to this little teaching that this guy did, and it was so short. It was so good, but he was so passionate about what he was saying, and he was just saying, he's like, hey, listen, we have got to not be those kind of people that hear the word but don't do the word, because people are watching us all around us. And he was so passionate about it. He's like, we are the salt of the earth. And if we're not going to be passionate about what our lives are all about, and I mean, it was just so simple. And I just started thinking about the saltiness, because right now, I mean, I'm all about, doing a special, I'm doing special meal plan, and it's all about, like, especially being in Arizona, you need salt here, and I use sea salt so that I can keep some of my hydration, and it helps my body. And so I'm really figuring out how important salt is. I've never realized how important salt is. I mean, my daughter has dogs, and they come in and they lick me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then my son-in-law said, oh, they're getting the salt off of you. And I'm like, oh, well, that's different. I mean, hey, I got the salt off that other guy today. I didn't lick his legs, okay? But I did get some salt off of him, okay? This morning, and it's preserving me. It's helping me. You guys, it's sharpening me. So, I'm hearing the word, and I may not have read the word this morning like I wanted to, but I was super busy, so I just didn't get to it. But I did take in the word, and hey, it's round and round inside my spirit. So anyway, it's short and sweet, this message to you, and I hope that it ministers to you like it ministered to me. Maybe in the comments, maybe for the other ladies that are around you, can you maybe give them some comments of what you think are some basics that we need to, like, focus on, okay? And this isn't, it's not law, but what it is it's a reminder of our Christian walk, and I have the children at kids' church often singing this one song, and it's love, 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 love. Christians, this is your call, to love your neighbor as yourself, for God loves us all. And we need to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But how do we do that? By showing them who Jesus is. Okay? Being kind to them. Not getting angry at your neighbor in the car. That's a hard one, right? I mean, I think maybe it's harder for guys. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys have that. I always just bless people in the car. I just say, oh, God bless you. You must be in a hurry or something, because, but God bless them. Help them not get in a car accident today. I end up praying for people. It just makes me pray, because I'm like, God, help them. They really need help, because I don't want them to have an accident. And so anyway, guys, I love you. I hope